So recently, a YouTuber that I'm a big fan of, Iamamish, did a droid finger run where he, well, at least the first leg of it, but basically streamed a droid finger run where he was going to be playing through the game in New Game Plus while summoning friendly phantoms and having people invade him. And he finally was doing it on PC, which is the platform I play on. So I was able to join in and get a few invasions. This is obviously not him. This is just another talented player that I had a good duel with around the same time. These kind of droid finger runs that are on a stream are just a ton of fun because you end up getting to play against a lot of talented players. You get to get stream sniped by, other good players like this one as well. Like other people will host alongside the stream just to get to try to catch some of the invaders that are also trying to invade in that mainstream. This was a fun fight. I just had a lot of fun doing. And this host ends up getting me with the Oni Slayer kick in the face into the weapon art combo, which is just a lot of fun right there. Just like the absolute correct use of the Oni Slayer's like hyper armor and that stun when you get kicked in the face with it. Really, really excellent. So along with invading other talented people, you also get to invade with some very talented people as well in these kind of circumstances. This is, again, still not Iamamish. This is just some random gank that happened to be, at the high wall in New Game Plus. But, typical kind of stuff like big spells, those stupid twin ultra great swords. But, it's like your usual kind of gank, and it's been a hot second since I fought like one of these more traditional Dark Souls 3 ganks. This invasion is far less about me defeating like a skilled group of opponents and much more about me just being a good teammate. I don't like take out a whole ton of phantoms either, but I have good co-invading skills at this point, which is mostly just knowing when to run in, knowing when to back out, knowing when to take the pressure off of another invader, stuff like that. So this other invader that's in the world named Pyromancer I had seen on the stream shortly before this, and he was a very good player. I think he killed Amish at one point. So like a really good player, and invading alongside that kind of player is just really enjoyable because you don't have to worry about them like you would some other newbie invader that doesn't quite know what they're doing and is just going to swing their weapon indiscriminately into you as well. Really good example of this is right around here where I'm running away from the party and get hit. And I think a lot of other invaders would have just swung twice, kind of like this game kind of trains you to do, because you're always going for that two-hit combo. But I think the Pyromancer there turned his second attack away, which a less experienced invader wouldn't have done. So it's just you can make a few more mistakes because you have a good teammate to cover them up. Now I'm not playing that great here. I'm using my Myrene Dark character, who I like a lot, but I'm just trying to change up a little bit just because I think two-handed scythe is getting a little bit boring. So I did try to do some stuff with the offhand, had some success with that, but might change it up further. We'll see. But now that all the phantoms are dead and really Pyromancer's killed the vast majority of them, now it's just like us two and the host. And we make some mistakes here in that we just let them get a free heal off, just because neither of us wants to get in the other's way. Like right there. But ultimately, our job's pretty much done with two invaders in the PvE. And we get some nice L1s in here too. I think I enjoy L1 waggling a little too much, but anywho. Finally got to invade Amish here. I chose to go double scythes with the offhand Murky Hand Scythe and main hand Corvine Great Scythe, which was great because my idea was that I'd be able to apply pressure and take pressure off myself with the offhand Hand Scythe, and then do damage and have a really nice range with the main hand Corvine Great Scythe. So that was my idea here. I need to work on my roll discipline a little bit because I'm just getting a little too poked full of holes by that S-stock pressure. Right here I'm going to make a huge mistake because I go for an R1 and try to get an R2 as well and run out of stamina, which basically just finishes me off because now I have not enough health to survive two R1s, and that's it for me. That's too bad because I thought I was really doing quite well. I thought I had him on the ropes, but Just got to be a little bit more disciplined about that. A little later on, I got summoned in as a friendly purple phantom, which, you know, for those of you who don't know how that works, you basically put your white summon sign down as a purple phantom, and then you can also fight the PvE. So that was a lot of fun, but I was a little bit hesitant to just jump into it just because I'm a little bit nervous. But also because I didn't want to feel like I'm, you know, ganking these guys, which apparently I later found out I was like, no, like, you know, you're supposed to gank them. Apparently Rapid 4 also doesn't work when you're a purple phantom, which I did not know, which is stupid for me to have it equipped. This also just shows you how quickly you die in New Game Plus. Just 3-hit comboed right there. Like, you know, I was at mostly full health and all of a sudden I'm dead. So I was like, oh, this is a good lesson to see how much damage people are doing and how much enemies will damage me. I tried to invade again a little while later, and instead invaded this party here, which is just someone who is about to fight Vort in New Game Plus. So this was pretty fun because there's not a lot of space to go off, and so it's kind of like a 2.5 on one, because I kind of count NPC phantoms as like half players, because they're not actually players. They don't do a lot of damage, but they still, you know, can stun lock you. They still take some of the pressure off of you. So I like these kind of things where I can run parties up and down these steps. Now I do really hate fighting on steps, but you know, I like being able to get enough space to properly fight 2.5 players all at the same time. So this was a lot of fun. This host went for 1,000,000 parries and actually got a few here and there. I think he was just mostly trying to get better at them. Got me on a few, which is pretty rare because I don't know, for some reason Great Scythe is just an extremely hard weapon to parry. But you know, I was able to, you know, not get totally fucked up by parries, which is something that I think the Hornet Ring really kind of, you know, emphasized people to do. The host isn't wearing the Hornet Ring, by the way, but just in general, parries seem like parries and Hornet Ring, like boasts with the Chaos Dagger and all of that stuff, I'm really not a big fan of. I also forgot that, you know, the next swipe is parryable, so that was pretty stupid of me, especially against someone who's gonna parry me so easily and has been going for parries this entire invasion. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm just not a huge fan of that playstyle of you know, not put a lot of pressure on your opponent, mostly hope they you know, beat themselves by swinging into your parries. Really not a huge fan of that playstyle. It doesn't really pay off for a lot of people, like he did the host there. So anyways, I get back into the stream as a friendly purple, and here I'm just gonna get absolutely fucking bodied by someone using a main-handed, you know, two-handed hand axe. You know, really should not be going for that next swipe anymore. It's just like against good players who know how to roll backstab, it's always just gonna fuck you over. I really like the pressure with the. It's like a really good hard swap to, what was that? It's just the glaive. It's the glaive that nobody uses because everyone just gets the prisoner's chain. It's Gundir's glaive, that's what it was. Anyways, this person then hard swaps back to, you know, Gale's greatsword and just beats the shit out of me with the two-handed greatsword, which is something I've struggled with a lot lately. But in the hands of a really good player, God, they just, like, I can't take the pressure off myself. Everything they're doing is just beating me, doing a ton of damage, and just got totally bodied against that person. Well deserved, and this is, you know, part of why I'm invading on this stream, is to get a lot better. And the only way you're going to get better is by playing other, like, more talented players, players with different playstyles. So this is part of that. So I got summoned in again as a friendly purple phantom, which seemed to be the most reliable way to get into the stream, because I think that was the only other way I got into the stream. Anyways, I'm trying to, you know, fight other invaders, and this guy had, you know, pretty good use of the Asura's Greatsword charge, considering that I didn't have like a parry tool in my hand, which is always the danger of it. But yeah, so I'm enjoying fighting this Ultra Greatsword. He switches to the Greatsword, which I was like, oh shit, now I'm gonna get like fucking bodied again. But you know, I want to employ my offhand techniques a little better. I'm getting a little better about that. I'm gonna make a video pretty soon, just about me getting better with comboing, stuff like that. The only problem with this weapon combo is it has no hyper armor, and you can easily just get out-traded if someone wants to swing a hyper armor weapon into it. So it doesn't seem to be that great against Ultra Greatswords and just regular Greatswords especially, just because they're pretty fast. But you know, scythe aggression is very effective with this weapon. But here's kind of the dumb thing about you know, being a friendly purple phantom is if you're having a great time and fighting other people, you just get sent home after killing a couple people. So that's a bummer. Finally got to invade again. This time as a red phantom, and this is like, you know, where the skill gap between me and the other players was most apparent. Just because, you know, especially the guy with the ultra great sword is the guy who's eventually just gonna absolutely kick my ass. Here I'm being just a little too undisciplined with my rolls, just because I'm so wary of getting roll caught by the S-Stock that I'm double rolling almost every single attack, which is not a very fun way to play for me or to play against if I'm, like, you know, fighting someone who's doing that. This player here with the Lothric Knight Ultra Great Sword was just so damn good at convincing me that, like, they were gonna go for a running R1 and then just doing a regular R1, which would just catch me every single time. Really excellent player. I just couldn't get a good read on their playstyle, and by the time I realized they changed it up, they had already killed me. So if Amish happens to watch this, please do more of these runs. This was so much fun for me. But that's all for me. Thanks for watching.